The creation of the costumes always starts very instinctively. As a dancer and as a choreographer, I'm quite often stuck and I get manipulated by ideas and very strong thoughts in my head that I want to try and represent or that I want to try and understand. So it comes from a very rational perspective, whereas for me with the design and then the actual creation of the costumes, or the garments as I prefer to call them, I try to be in action rather than consider what I'm going to do before. I start with a piece of fabric in front of me.
Et avec ça. Ok.
And I simply start to make kind of twists and turns and folds. If I take the corner of something or a piece of tissue like this and then I make a twist, I mean, it literally gives me an instruction on where it wants to be. And then depending on how the material or the tissue or the object reacts to that first action, then I respond to the way that it moves. I don't feel like I need to be God in his moment of creation, you know, birthing something perfect and immortal. The thing there in itself already has a lot of information. The object is projecting itself onto me, let's say. But then when I start to make these manipulations, then it completely reveals itself as something else.
Une femme, peut-être.
I have an interest in revealing the spirit of things that already exist.
Bébé.
The idea of recycling, reanimating, or transfiguring, transmuting, transmorphing, a collective idea of something into something else. So a very simple example is a men's jacket, which has an incredible history of masculinity, I would say. The shoulder pads, the way that the chest is structured, strong shoulders, a sense of confidence in the structure of the garment, the limited buttons, it's all very simple and very straight and structured. And I like that all of this is already inside the garment. And then what I love is to discover how to what other life that thing has.
Et quand il marche.
I would like to think that I'm, what's the word? I would like to think that I'm liberating the jacket from this kind of masculinity. It's clear to me that there's a very real possibility and a very rich possibility to transform it into its next point of being, which is not to negate its history, it's to include it without simply saying, I want to delete the past and I want to start completely new, because it's not possible. There's no blank canvas to restart from. So I think in saying that, it's very interesting that the transformations that we've made in the collection for Défilé have taken on a very strong Renaissance or Baroque aesthetic or sense or essence, because it represents a transformation, a new beginning, details, things you haven't seen before, but there's a familiarity about it, and that's what I hope. That's what I hope will be the essence. That there's a very strong sense of familiarity, warmth, but there's something slightly peculiar about it that disturbs you and perturbs you, but harnesses a kind of magnetism.